taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Yeah. Going up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast LA skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Set. Secure. Stop your whining. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Anyway.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at it, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
At their own 14-yard line. Got it. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
On the double. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
6-6. Pull it high.
They're going to try and throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Set. 18 Gator. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Look. Squeeze. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Hey, defense, let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Matchbox light. 2nd and 12. Under 10. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming for you. Hey, lock it. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check. 22 jet bomber. Rocket. Bang. Go. Who's that? Is that yours? Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. You got nothing in there. Let's go.
To throw on third down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The 16-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A toss to Cook. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run again on first down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Penny running right. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Shoot.
On first down, Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Mike's by 4.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires, as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming up. I'm coming after you. 45's the mic. Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. That's it. 45, Mike, 45. You don't want this. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike. Rabbit.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Hey, 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Check. 45. Mike, 45. I got you. 45 to Mike. I got it. Check.
Looking to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Get that quarterback. Get on the call. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down Vikings. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. The final shot before break. Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
You draw quarters.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Slam. Protein spill. Tight go.
Alert 3.
X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And an alley to run. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got 4. Watch twins. Watch twins. Kill, kill, kill.
On the draw, this is Penning. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings first down.
55. Got you. It's free. Check 43.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's going. Single.
Alert. Go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. My 55. Hey, eat.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
He'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Again, it's Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Man out, man
try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
46-yard line.
Ready up. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And let's pin them again.
They go again with Muhammad. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Leo. We own them.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Joey Bosa, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He was brought down by Kirk Williams. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
57 to Mike. Hey, tight that. There you go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey,
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mooney.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mooney. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree. Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game. Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved. You're a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child. You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the home team here, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than